Welcome back. We back after a long-awaited year of posting on the channel. I posted for Luca, but I think that, of course, I'd post for Luca because it was monumental. But welcome back. NBA playoff time. The Wolves are back, so that's good. But it's just the most wonderful time of the year, and these playoffs are not disappointed at all. Let's get straight into it. Clippers, Denver. Right? What a great series that is. I came to last night, and Kawhi just dropped 39. I think what was so beautiful about his performance was not only his offense but his defense. We were talking about the pick and roll, Jokic and Murray, and they threw a lot of different actions at them last night. Zubac was showing. Chris Dunn was trying to fight over the screen sometimes, but I listened to Nikias Duncan on a podcast talking about, hey, do you even start putting Kawhi on Jokic? And even in a game with 39 points, something that stood out to me was the fact that on a switch and late in the game, Kawhi was guarding Jokic and forced a miss on a shot that goes in 60% of the time. And there was a lot of things to talk about with Jokic, which he did not have his best game, even though he had a 26-point triple-double. Turnovers down the stretch, that flop at the end of the game was just laughable. I don't really think he's aggressive enough on offense for the dude who pretty much has the best shot on the team. Pretty much, when he's shooting that not below foul line jumper, it's gonna go in 60-70% of the time, but he doesn't shoot enough. And Russ hits some shots down the stretch, and I think it's okay to give that shot up even when he starts making them. They've said over the past two games, they didn't make the adjustment. They said they're going to still leave Russ open. And he hit some shots down the stretch, but Kawhi just played beautiful basketball all around. Harden started the game off pretty well. And Zubac did Zubac thing. I think, this is a perfect matchup in terms of how are they going to guard the Harden pick and roll, and then how are you going to guard the Jokic and Murray pick and roll. It's like two immovable object meets very strong force that also hasn't moved all season. So it's it's just hard to predict. I see this going 7, honestly. I don't really see it all of a sudden game 4, 5, 6, and then boom, the series is over. I think it's going 7. But it's just a beautiful series, a beautiful chess match of how do we stop the Jokic Murray pick and roll. Our guys going to shoot shots. Michael Porter Jr. went out late in the game, but he hit a few shots. He was kind of interesting with the first game 1 benching, but man, LA definitely could have got that first game. They just decided against it with the turnovers and stuff, but it'll be really interesting to see. If I had to predict now, we're 1-1, so I have another chance to predict. Game 3 matters a lot, but I think that the Clippers can win in 7. It'll be tough to get the 7th one on the road, but the Clippers will win in 7. I don't know. We'll see. Another series that stuck out to me, LA, Minnesota. The first game wasn't that impressive from LA. Just kind of came out flat. A lot of people in the media were blaming Luka or telling Luka to step up for game 2. He had 37. He wasn't the problem. It was LeBron. It was the role players not shooting well enough. It was just letting Minnesota shoot. Minnesota's they shot better than their average this game, but you gave them open threes, and there's quality shooters. Even Dante at the end of the half with a half-court shot. I just think it was a great statement for the Wolves. And now I don't know if you're the Lakers, do you go big with Hayes, even though he's a lot on the pick and roll with Anthony Edwards. They played small and it didn't work. So I don't know what they're going to do now. But LeBron needs to step up. Austin Reeves needs to step up. And I think this just speaks to the Wolves' defense and flexibility and depth versus the Lakers. But Redick makes adjustments. So we'll see what adjustments could come out with. And I'm going to be there for game 3, so it's going to be really interesting to see that in real life, in person. Maybe I'll vlog or something. I don't know. Another series that stood out to me that we were watching is Detroit, New York. Game 2 also was last night, and game 1 was kind of weird because K didn't really get into it. They made him a passer, OG, and they were doubling a lot of the screens. And he wasn't bad necessarily, but he didn't really get in his groove. Game 2, he just got in his groove and initiated the offense and was really, really, really aggressive versus New York, where it was very stagnant and heliocentric with Brunson. And Brunson was doing what he did last year, which I noticed a lot of. A lot of the times, people who don't watch basketball, to be honest, blame Shea for foul baiting. And yes, there's sometimes he foul baits. But have you guys watched Jimmy Butler? Have you watched Jalen Brunson? It's not like Shea's the only guy who's talented at drawing fouls. Even at the end of the game when Brunson he fouled out Sar Thompson on the 3-point pump fake. And, that's life. But is that going to be an offense that can win you a championship? No. There needs to be a lot more. You need to use all 5 guys who have all different skill sets, who can all shoot. Josh Hart and all of them. Maybe Josh Hart maybe can't shoot the best. But, when you're not initiated in the offense and then Mikal Bridges gets a shot at the top of the key, if he was more initiated and the offense was more nuanced, which Tom Thibodeau isn't doing right now, they would have a better chance of winning that game. They got back in, which was kind of a miracle in and of itself, but Detroit winning a basketball game, first time in 18 years. Congratulations to them, and we'll see. Game 3 is going to be really pivotal if they can get it at home. I think Madison Square Garden really helped with Game 1 for the Knicks, so now let's see if Little Caesars can do the same. And the last one I'll talk about is Warriors-Lakers. Warriors-Rockets, my bad. Warriors-Rockets. I watched Game 1, and the Rockets just kind of have I don't want to say talent issue, but they have a spacing issue, and they fixed it in the middle of the game. Udoka put in bigs, put in Şengün and Smith, and pretty much had Fred VanVleet as the only guard in, and it helped with spacing because, if they can't shoot, you might as well put in all the bigs so they can crash the boards. But, honestly, I understand why people were picking the Warriors, okay? In the beginning, I was like, don't count the Rockets. Everyone's picking the Warriors. But as you see it, they have closers. They have spacing. And Green, even though he had 2 points, was playing good defense. Şengün was the only one who really showed up tonight in a way that would have mattered. I think the other role players played it decent. But, honestly, the role players played good. But if Jalen Green is shooting as bad as he did and VanVleet is shooting as bad as he did, there's not a chance in the world you win this series. I'm sorry. I don't know if they're going to level out their minutes, but, they shot so bad, and it's those are your guys versus Curry and Butler. It's just not going to work. Şengün had a great dunk and was hitting a few of those, floaters with a little weird form he had. But the Warriors, if it's just one guy going off, then the Warriors can handle that. But if it's other guys going off too, if those guys actually step up and show up, then it'll be a series. And yeah, in the last regular season game that they played, Curry dropped 3 points, but he was able to get a little unlocked with Butler, and Butler just changes the dynamic of this team. And as much as I hate to say it, they're right back in it. They look like a contender, but they kind of got outboarded by the Rockets, and it didn't really matter in the game. So we'll see how they respond to that. If they're gonna let them out physical them, but then still have the talent to win the games late in the game. So Udoka has to make some adjustments, but it's been a fun playoffs. The viewership has gone up crazy. I saw that on my feed. And yeah, I'll tap back in later. Hopefully you'll see a Game 3 reaction from me live after the game. But yeah, peace.